Okay, so far we've talked about what mentoring is and who should do it. And hopefully by now you understand and you recognize that if you're a pursuer of God, you should get in the game and you should at least look into being a mentor. And I'm glad you're taking this series so that you can keep doing that. So I hope you're convinced that you should do it, but you've got to understand now, well, how would this actually work? How should I think about this? Who should I mentor? How do I do all of that? And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to give you three really practical, simple principles for biblical mentoring. Now, there's probably hundreds of principles, but these three will sort of help frame any mentoring that you do using the resources online. Here's the first principle. Mentor a few. You know, we've already defined mentoring as personally helping somebody else pursue God. So hopefully there's one or two or three or maybe a few more than that, but there are people in your world that you can look at and you can say, I want to help these people. They're either far from God, maybe they're neighbors, maybe they're your kids, whoever it is, you say, listen, this is my responsibility. I'm in their world for a reason. I'm going to offer myself to this. I want to mentor a few people. I mean, think about it for Jesus. Jesus didn't mentor thousands of people. He mentored 12 disciples. In 3 years, he mentored a few, 12 disciples. Now, that doesn't mean that he didn't have an impact on others when he taught in the crowds and all that. Of course he did. And he healed a lot of people. Of course he did. But when it came to mentoring, Jesus mentored a few. He mentored a handful of fishermen for a few years. And that's a great reminder to us today to say, okay, who is it in my world that I can mentor? Who are the few people that I can start mentoring and thinking about? Hopefully, after you've mentored a few people for several years, you're going to look and you're going to realize, man, there's so many more people that I can impact. And you'll continue to do that for the rest of your life. Now, if you look at the resources below, you'll see 3 people lists for biblical mentoring. Check out that resource and fill that list out so that you can start thinking and praying about who can I start mentoring. Okay, here's the second principle. Speak the truth in love. Don't forget that at the end of the day, that's really what this is about. Our resources online help people to discover and share the truth. So we're not just talking about sort of mentoring in a business sense or just helping someone become a better person. It goes beyond that. We're helping people discover a biblical worldview. That's what all of our resources do, our videos and the articles and questions that go along with them. All of that is set up to help you speak the truth in love to the people in your world. You say, guys, here's how we're going to do this. Let's find a topic online on the resources online. Once you find something you're going to talk about, share that link with everybody that you're mentoring. Make sure that they learn about it on their own. Because what this will do is it'll take the pressure off of you as a mentor. You don't have to say all of it. If they're looking at that video ahead of time and they're thinking about it and processing it, what you'll see is it's going to really change the mentoring experience, because when you come down now, when you get on the phone or when you get together to talk, you'll realize that when you're exploring it together, it's so much easier because they've already had a chance to process it and think about it. And now when you come and help them, you're just along for the ride. You've processed it as well, and it just really makes it simple for you to walk alongside them and really help them discover the truth that's being presented in that particular video. So use those resources and make sure you understand the flex method. And then here's the third principle. Keep moving forward. Don't forget that the pursuit of God is a journey, not just a destination. There's going to be ups and downs as you mentor somebody. You probably, if you're new to this, you're probably even nervous thinking about it, but trust me, you can do this and it'll change your world and it'll change their world. Look at that little circle, that circle logo for Pursue God. Remember that, the foundations. If you haven't taken foundations, make sure you do that. It's all about moving forward. How do we start a pursuit of God? By trusting Jesus. So if the person you're mentoring has never trusted Jesus, just keep that in mind. At some point, you want to help them to trust Jesus. Take them through Foundations Truth number 1. And then moving forward from there is helping them to honor God in their lives. That's Foundations Truth number 2. And they're not going to be perfect at it, just like you're not perfect at it. But just keep moving forward. If they stumble, if they struggle, be gracious and be kind and loving and help them get back up and get back on the right path, like it says in Galatians 6:2. Keep moving forward. And don't forget, at the end of the day, just like you're helping that person pursue God, you should encourage them to move forward and eventually help someone else pursue God. That's the third truth of Foundations, is that we grow by helping others. As a mentor, if you really are moving your mentee forward full circle, you're not just going to stop at helping them live a good, honorable life before God. you also want to help them connect with someone else and help someone else move forward and pursue God as well. You'll be hopefully taking that person through mentor training yourself and walking them through this just like someone is walking you through this. Keep moving forward. Discipleship is messy, but listen, mentors, you can only do your part. You can't make someone pursue God, but you can help them pursue God, and you can help them to keep moving forward in their life and in their pursuit of God. Now go ahead and use the resources and the questions below and have this conversation with your mentor or your trainer.